All right, guys, today's training will be how to become an Ambit Energy customer gathering machine. And yes, I am Mike Obay, National Consultant with Ambit Energy. So I hope you brought a pen and paper to this training today because this is not your ordinary customer gathering training. I did spend a long time preparing all these slides to give you guys what I feel is going to be some very valuable ammunition for you to go out there and just become customer gathering machines. So take good notes. But before we get into the methods that I use and the different psychologies that I use, I want to first talk about the importance of gathering customers and why do we do it. Nobody gets paid when they first join this business. We get paid, consultants get paid when they become a consultant and they go out there and gather customers. So if you're a brand new consultant and you just joined, you didn't make any money until you go out there and gather 5 customers, and that'll trigger your first bonus with the company of $100. So just by activating your website, that counts as 2 customers. So if you get 3 other customers, you're going to trigger your first bonus. Now, Ambit gives us 28 days to do it, guys. You want to get paid right away. I had 8 customers my first day and 2 consultants. So I was making money right away. So you want to get your new people paid as quick as possible because when they get that first check, they're going to be super excited. Also, gathering customers is going to get you positioned to get you promoted because you do need 5 customers to get you to regional. You do need 10 to get you to senior, 15 to executive, and 20 to national consultant. That doesn't mean that you have to wait to get to each promotion rank to gather more customers. If you go out there and get 20 customers right away, you're covered to get you promoted all the way up to national consultant. You do need all 20 customers to earn residuals through all 7 levels. That's another thing. You want to get them as quick as possible so you don't miss out on any residuals and you get them through all 7 levels. And then you get the ability to get paid on thousands of customers over time in your organization. The beautiful thing is, you go out there and just gather a handful yourself, but then you get to go out there and build a team of Ambit and you get to get paid on the customers that come into your organization, which is the beautiful thing about this. And what I love here, the free energy part. Free energy is just something remarkable that Ambit Energy offers to all its consultants and customers. You get to go out there and refer 15 people and get your energy for free. Now, I've been in this business 7.5 years. This program started about 7 years ago, I believe. And the great thing about it is, guys, I spent about 2 hours 7 years ago referring 15 people. Who are they? My parents, my sisters, my uncle, my neighbor, some other friends. I spent a couple hours referring 15 people 7 years ago. I haven't touched those customers since. And I get a couple $100 a month. A couple thousand a year in free energy, and do the math over 7 years. It's pretty nice money, and it's still going to keep growing every single year. All right, so when Mike Obay got into Ambit 7 years ago, what was my skill set when I got into this business? Well, I was an ice cream expert. What does that mean? I've been in the ice cream business since I'm 17 years old. I worked in an ice cream store, a Carvel ice cream store that my friend's dad owned, and I worked there for a bunch of years and ended up buying that store from him at 23 years old. But think about it, I'm 38 years old now, so I've been in the ice cream business 21 years. More than half my life. So I am an ice cream expert. I did have 3 stores, and now I brought it back down to 1 so I could put more time into Ambit and more time into my family. I was a mortgage and real estate expert. When I first started Ambit 7 years ago, I had a mortgage company of about 30 employees. I had a credit business. I owned about 25 rental properties. So I knew those businesses pretty well. But what I didn't know, I knew nothing about energy, nothing about gathering customers. But yet now I'm a national consultant. Guys, when I started this business, I was working 100 to 110 hours a week in my multiple businesses. I had very little time. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have the time to do it. I have all these challenges. Guys, I was working from 4:30 in the morning to midnight. I had 2 children that I'd never seen. I was a very shy, quiet person, and yet I made it work. How did I become so successful? I told you I was an expert. I did very well in mortgages. I did very well with real estate and ice cream. But I came into this business as humble as can be. I was so extremely coachable. I went to the top people in the company and said, teach me. and I trusted and followed a proven system that was already in place, guys. The system works. You got to just trust the system. I didn't come into this saying I want to reinvent the wheel. I failed my way to success. I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned from every mistake. I had a quote on my Facebook page today that says, I always win. Because I never lose, I'm sorry. Because either I win or I learn. I learn from every single mistake that I make, guys, and you got to do the same exact thing. If somebody goes out there and tells you no, don't just say, okay, I got to know and move on. You got to look back and think, what did I say? Why did that person say no? How can I adjust my approach? Did I say something wrong? Maybe it was my posture. Maybe it was the way I came across. Maybe it was something I was wearing. You got to look at every single time you get a no as a learning experience to get you better and better and better. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you know what the rates are in your state? You don't need to answer, but Mike Obay, National Consultant, top 50 income earner. If you offered me $1 million right now for me to tell you what the rates are in New York City, I could not tell you what the rates are in New York City. I have no clue. And I have not known for the past 7.5 years. I want you to start thinking the way that I think. And you need to think, what's he thinking about? And I'm going to show you exactly in a second, guys. Let's take rates and savings out of the equation. Guys, a lot of the trainings that I do, and those of you who heard me before, a lot of it, I try to teach you different ways, different scripts, but I try to teach you the psychology on how I think. And then when I teach you that way, I think it makes a lot more sense. So let's take the rates and savings out of the equation. I want to show you something. People that you know, right? Friends, family, neighbors. People, even yourself. People rather help a friend than feel like they are being pitched or being sold. Do you agree? I want to show you an example in a minute. I'm going to give you two different scenarios. I want you to follow closely. Scenario number one. I approach a friend with an investment offer that they can't refuse. Here goes. I call my friend John on the phone, or I see John, outside. I knock on his door one day. Hey, John, I got an amazing deal for you. If you give me $100, I'll give you back $110 in 4 months from now. That's your initial $100 plus $10 profit for a total of $110. That's a 10% return over 4 months, which is like a 30% annual return. John, banks are only paying out like 1 to 2% returns annually. So do you want to do it? All right, guys, type this up here. I want to see some audience participation. Who would be super excited about this scenario to give $100 and in 4 months get $110 back? Are you excited about that? Not me. I got a yes. Oh, yes. No, yes. Well, you can make 30% on your money. I'm getting mostly no's. No way, not really. I wouldn't, guys. I wouldn't give $100 to get $110 back in 4 months from now. Guys, what my example here is like if you're out there trying to sell rates to somebody, I just gave you a scenario that, see, somebody's saying I want $200 back. That means they want 100% return on their money in 4 months, which is like a 300% return. Guys, this example here is basically showing you that if you go out there to people and you start showing rates and try to pitch them and try to sell them, most people are going to say no. They're going to weigh their options and they might just stay where they are. Most people here are saying no way, not really, no way, no. Now I want to show you scenario number two. Let's go back to this for a second. Whoops. I'm going to give you two different scenarios, but what do I say? People rather help a friend than feel like they are being pitched or being sold. So scenario number one. That was the pitch to being sold. Most people said no. Here's scenario number two. I approach a friend on December 15th, and I ask my friend for help. Here we go. Hey, John. I need to ask you something, but I'm kind of embarrassed. You know, my job cut back my hours these last few months, and I barely have enough money to keep the lights on. Christmas is in 10 days from now, and I don't have any extra money to get the kids a gift. Can I ask you a big favor? Can I please borrow $100 to get the kids a gift for Christmas? I'll give it back to you in 4 months from now on April 15th when I get my tax refund. John, it would mean the world to me. Can you please do me a favor and help me out with that? All right, guys, now reverse. If your best friend, if your family member came to you and they said this to you and they were sincere about it, would you help your friend out? Would you give your friend $100 to help buy their kids Christmas gifts, knowing you're going to get it back in 4 months without $1 of interest? Would you help? Okay. Yes. Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. 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 Yes, for the kids. Absolutely. Yes. If I had it without a doubt, yes, I would give 200. Guys, do you see where I'm going with this? I will repeat. People rather help a friend than feel like they are being pitched or being sold. Let me recap on this. Our first scenario, you approached a friend with a sales approach. You got a great offer. You went to the guy saying, I'm going to give you back a 30% annual return. You're going to get your money back in 4 months plus make $10, which is a 10% return in 4 months, which is 30% annually. 30%. And most of you said, no way, you wouldn't do it. No way. The second response, you're not making a penny profit. You're helping out a friend, a family member. You're helping them and giving them money for free. You're waiting 4 months and getting nothing. I hope you see where I'm getting at here, guys. The rest of this training is going to be powerful, but I just want you to see how you got to start thinking. People do not like to be pitched. They do not like to be sold. So if you're out there trying to be a salesman, selling people rates and savings and different programs, you better be really good at it and be prepared. Guys, it's a lot easier to go out there and ask for help, and you're going to see a lot of my examples in a minute, and you're going to see. All right, who are my first customers? Who are Mike Obay's first customers when I get into this business? My mom. My mom was my first customer. I didn't go to my dad. My mom was the first one I seen. I went to her. Either one of them would have done it for me. Then I went to my two sisters, Christine and Erin. Then I went to some other family members. And then I went to my closest friends. Guys, I had all my customers done in 2 days. A couple hours the first day total. A couple hours the second day. My 20 customers were done. My family, pay very close attention to this. My family and friends did not become customers because of Ambit Energy. Ambit is a great company. I believe in it a million%. I gave up all my businesses and most of my rental properties to put everything I have into Ambit Energy. I believe in it that much. They got great perks. They got great everything. But my family and friends did not become customers because of Ambit Energy. They became Ambit Energy customers because of me, because of Mike Obay, because of my relationship with them. Guys, do you get that? They didn't do it because of Ambit's 3-day, 2-night travel package. They didn't do it because of our guaranteed savings program in New York. They didn't do it because Ambit had a free energy program. They did it because of me, because of their son, because of their brother, because of their neighbor, because of their friend. They did it for me. All right, my exact words to my mom, asking her to become my customer. All right. Guys, and this will all be recorded, so I don't need to jot all these words down. This will be recorded. This will be out on YouTube. So now I talk to my mom. So you're going to see how it goes. Here's the first page. Hey, Mom, we just started doing some small talk first, as always, just having some normal conversation. I said, Mom, lately I've been working crazy hours and not having much time to see the kids. She says, yes, I know. You're working very long hours, Michael. You're doing whatever it takes to be a great dad to your children. Well, Mom, I got a way you can help me spend more time with Kayla and Michael. She says, well, how can I do that? I said, well, Mom, I just started a part-time energy business, and I'm looking for a few customers to help me get started. Mom, your bill would still come from the same company as it does now. The same exact company will still service your account exactly the same way. Nothing changes at all. It would really mean the world to me if you could try my service and become my customer. I definitely will become your customer, Michael, if it'll help you. What do you need from me? I said, I just need your electric account number to get you started. I said, I already know your name, your address, and your phone number. You're my mom. Guys, that was all I said. Do you see in here anywhere me mention the rates? Did I mention how much savings? I did not mention nothing. I went to my mom. I shared my story. I shared my why, and I asked for help. Key points. Guys, every customer I get, I'm always asking for help. Always asking for help. Always asking for favors from people. Always. I mean, I've done a lot of favors in my life for a lot of people. I've always been a helping, caring, giving person. I do a lot for people. So I'm asking for help. I'm asking for a favor. I share the reason why I started my Ambit business. Guys, I used to work 110 hours a week. I used to work from 4:30 in the morning to midnight, 7 days a week. My kids were 1 and 2 years old. Guys, you know what stunk? I never seen my kids. My kids had $1 million house when I was in my 20s. I had everything they wanted. The one thing they didn't have was their dad in the picture. I was out there working my butt off so they could be home with their mom, so they could have everything that they wanted, and I just kept working. I owned all the businesses, but I had to be there every single day. And my parents knew that. And my sisters knew that. And my friends knew that. So when I went to them and told them I could use their help, and by them helping me, it's going to allow me to see more my kids more, how could they say no? Guys, every single one of them did it for me. Again, people like helping people. Key phrases. Guys, when I'm talking to customers, I'm telling them all the time, hey, John, it would mean the world to me. Hey, Mary, listen, I would really appreciate this. Hey, if I could ever help you, please let me know. Guys, these are some of the things that I say to people, and it makes it so hard for somebody to tell you no. It really does. So get used to using these key words, these key phrases, and share your why, guys. Me share my why is what I truly believe has helped me get the bulk of my customers. By telling people that they're helping me be able to get out of what I'm currently doing and be able to spend more time with my kids and watch them grow up. And for those of you who know me, if you're on my Facebook and now you see what Ambit has done for me and my family, the time I'm able to spend with my children, it's truly amazing. All right, now I'm going to start getting into different ways to go out there and gather customers. Guys, how did I get most of my customers? Showing the business presentation to get customers. Probably think, well, what does that mean? Guys, the key in Ambit is to get as many customers in your organization as possible. Right? You want to eventually get thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands over time. Can one person go out there and get 20,000 customers? No. Can you build a team of consultants and teach each person to go out there and gather a handful and get to 20,000 customers? Yes, you can. So guys, I'm constantly leading with the opportunity. Constantly. I can't tell you how many people that I have met over the last 7 years that I approached them about the business and they said, oh, Ambit, I know Ambit, I'm already a customer. I said, what do you mean you're a customer? Oh, well, somebody asked me to become their customer a year or two ago, and I became their customer. I said, oh, awesome. They said, how do you like it? Oh, I love it. I said, did they ever show you the business presentation? No, they never did. What business presentation? I said, well, that guy who got you as a customer, he's making money by saving you money. Oh, really? Guys, I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me, that I bumped into people that were already customers, but the person never showed them the opportunity, never showed them how they can make money. Shame on that person. Why? Because I get most of them as consultants. Guys, I'm a recruiting machine. I'd never stop recruiting. Guys, I'm always leading with the opportunity. Always lead with the opportunity, and I'm not going to go into how to go out there and recruit now. Because a lot of you probably see my other training, how to be a master recruiter on YouTube, which will totally help you go out there and recruit like a machine. Guys, I have personally now sponsored close to 300 consultants into Ambit Energy. Close to 300 consultants. I personally gathered over 800 energy accounts in my 7 years doing this. Guys, I never stop gathering customers, and I never stop recruiting. I'll never be satisfied, guys. So many people in this business go out there and they get a couple, one consultant, and I got my one for the week. Let me just stop and let's let that guy go. Guys, you got to go out there. There's days I sponsored 5 people in a day. I don't stop. Guys, and I'm constantly getting energy accounts, energy customers. Why? Because if somebody tells me the opportunity is not for them, guys, I can't force them to become a consultant. I say, not a problem, John. Hey, well, at least, become a customer of mine. It's going to totally help me out. And guys, that's how I get my customers. I'm not approaching anybody these days on directly becoming a customer. Everybody I approach is to become a consultant. And I get a lot of them to become consultants. But if they say no to being a consultant, now they become a customer. That's the next thing I ask. And some people, they might just be happy that they feel like they may be letting them off the hook by not becoming a consultant, guys. And the one thing I don't do, I don't pressure anybody to become a consultant. If they don't see this opportunity and want to do it and take advantage, I just look at it as it's their loss. If they don't want to do it, I'm totally okay with it. But at least, become a customer of mine. And that's how I get a lot of customers. This is the number one way that I have gotten most of 99% of my customers, by showing the opportunity to everybody, guys. I really hope that you guys are sharing this with everybody you could possibly think. And I'm going to get off the customer for just a second on the consulting, guys. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in this business is prejudging. Is thinking that, well, I think my friend John would be good in Ambit, so I'm going to show him. But I don't think Joey or Mary or Bob would be good, so I'm not going to show them Ambit. Guys, what I learned in this business early on, and I learned it the hard way because people that I didn't think would do it end up showing up at meetings with somebody else because I thought they wouldn't do it. I learned the hard way, but I never made that mistake again. Guys, I go out there and I share the opportunity with everybody. I don't care if they're 18 years old. I don't care if they're 88 years old, like somebody I sponsored. I treat every person, regardless of their age, background, race, anything. I treat every person equally, and I share the opportunity with as many people as I can. They tell me no, then I get them as a customer, guys. So don't ever prejudge. It's one of the biggest mistakes you could make in this business. All right, here's another group of people that we could talk to about Ambit. Anyone that you have done favors for in the past. Now, I told you earlier, I have done a lot of favors in my life for a lot of people. So that's how me getting customers was easy, because I've always done things. And I very, very, rarely ever ask for favors in return from people. So when I got into Ambit, it was pretty easy because I just asked for the favor back in return. Guys, maybe you shoveled snow for a neighbor. That's doing a favor for somebody. Maybe you let someone borrow some money in the past. Maybe you gave someone a ride somewhere in your car. Maybe you helped someone move into a new home recently. Maybe you help someone do work around their house. Maybe you help somebody paint their house or move furniture or do something. Maybe you change someone's tire. You help somebody with a broken down car. You did something. Guys, anybody that you've done favors for, this is almost like a memory jogger to help you think of people that you can go out there and get customers for. If you've done favors for them, you asking them to help you and do a favor for you should be a piece of cake. So you're going to think of these people, put them down on a list, and then go back to, some of the approaches that I used before, like talking to my mom. Hey, Mom, it would really help me out. It would mean a lot to me. I would really appreciate it. Can you do me a big favor? And that's how you'll get customers, guys. Anybody you've done a favor for. Anyone that you pay money to on a daily, weekly, monthly, or annual basis. Who am I talking about here? Guys, if you're a man, who's your barber? Who cuts your hair? Who cuts your hair? Guys, that person should definitely become a customer. They should become a customer. Why? Because you're going to them every week or every 2 weeks or every month. I go every week. I have no hair in my head, but I still go every week to get a haircut. Guys, every single week I go. That guy should become your customer. Guys, I'll tell you a quick story. I had a barber who didn't want to become a consultant of mine, and I couldn't force him to become a consultant. I can't. But I asked him to become a customer. I said, hey, I've been a customer of you now for all these years. I'd like you to be a customer of mine. He told me no. And I tried to say it again in a nice way, like, hey, I'm your customer. I'm here every week. I'm loyal. I give you a nice tip. I could have my daughter shave my head with a buzzer, my head shaved, but I still come to you. And yet he said, no, I don't want to become a customer. I shook his hand and I never looked back. Guys, I walked out. If he's not going to become my customer when I've been loyal to him for all these years, I can't do business with him. I got to do business with people who want to do business with me. So what did I do? Guys, I think out of the box. So what did Mike Obay do? I found a new barber. I went to a totally new place I never went to before. And I found a guy, and he became a customer of mine. What happens next? That guy ended up moving out of state. So I went to a different barber. He became a consultant and a customer of mine. I got his house, I got his business, I got everything. Guys, you got to think out of the box. But if you're paying money to somebody, they better become your customer. If you're a woman, who's your hairdresser? Your hairdresser, if you're loyal to them, they better become loyal to you. Lead with the opportunity. If they don't want to become a consultant, then definitely get them as a customer. And if not, find a new hairdresser. Guys, you can't let people walk all over you and take advantage. If you're their customer, they better be your customer, guys. Your landscaper, who cuts your lawn? Your dry cleaner, your exterminator. I went through 2 exterminators in my ice cream store until I got somebody. Guys, I do business with people who do business with me. Who's your plumber? I mean, I have a lot of things because I own some businesses, but if anybody's done some plumbing work at your house, some electrical work, maybe somebody came over and fixed your heating or air conditioning unit, they better be your customer. Maybe you go to a local diner or eatery or a restaurant. You have a relationship with those people, guys. I'm sure you can go to a different diner if they don't want to be your customer, but they should definitely become your customer. It's all about making relationships and doing business together. Maybe it's somebody who cleans your pool. Anybody that you pay, and you could probably think of a lot more than I put up here. I gave you 10 examples. Anybody that you pay money, maybe your insurance company, you deal with an insurance agent for your car insurance or for your homeowner's insurance. That person, like mine is, they're my customer. My business insurance people, different company, they're my customer. All these people that I do business with are my customers. If not, I could find somewhere else to go. I could hire any plumber to do work, guys. Take it personal. All right. Why people don't ask more people to become customers? Well, you don't know how to ask them. Well, I gave you a couple of different examples today, guys. Now you know, you're well prepared on what to say to people. Do not go out there and try to be a salesman. Do not go out there and try to pitch people and sell people. It does not work. We proved that tonight. You know what to say now. Why don't people ask more people? Because they fear of what the person's going to think about them. Guys, this is your business, guys. This business Ambit Energy is changing lives. It has changed my life. I have an amazing life now with my family and children. I do amazing things that I was never able to do in the past through traditional businesses. Who cares what people think about you, guys? You got something great. Don't let people hate on you and think something. You got something amazing, guys. Be proud of what you have. Another reason why people think that they don't go out there and X more people is they think that the person will not support them in their business, guys. You're thinking, oh, I don't want to X them. They're not going to support me. They're not going to support me in my business. Wrong, guys. Wrong thinking. What if you opened up a traditional business? All right, there's a bunch of you in the room today. What if you opened up a traditional business? You opened up a pizzeria. You opened up a lawn care business right in your hometown. You became a real estate agent, or you got your mortgage license, became a mortgage banker or broker, right? So we're gonna step out of Ambit world for a minute and pick whatever one you want. Pick one. You opened up a new pizzeria, so we'll go with the new pizzeria. Opened up a new pizzeria right in your hometown. Would you ask everyone you know to come out to support you in your pizzeria? I'm sure you would. Would you invite everyone you knew to your grand opening party? I bet you would. And I'm sure you definitely would have a grand opening party. Just like I encourage people in Ambit, everybody should have a grand opening party. It's your new business, guys. Just because it's not a brick and mortar business, you should have a grand opening party, guys. Even though the investment is minimal, you should treat this like a real business. If you hear me speak on stage or at events, guys, I spent $400,000 on my first ice cream store at 23 years old. Ambit Energy is a better business than the $400,000 I spent on my ice cream franchise. That's why I've given up 2 other ice cream franchises and other businesses for Ambit Energy, guys. So if you open up a pizzeria, would you ask everyone you knew to support you? Yes, you would. Would you invite everyone you knew to your grand opening party? Yes, you would. Would you even ask or tell strangers to become your customer at your pizzeria? Yes, you would. You'll be out there probably talking to everybody. Would you prejudge and only ask certain people to come into your pizzeria? No, you wouldn't say, oh, he's too skinny, I'm not going to ask him. Or he's too fat, I don't think he needs a slice. You're going to ask everybody you can to come into your pizzeria and buy from you. You would ask everything walking and moving with a pulse. Am I right, guys? I know I'm right. Thank you, Brett. I know I'm right, guys. You would. If you had a landscaping business, you would tell everybody, oh, let me come over and cut your lawn. Even though you might have been brand new and never mowed a lawn before. But you would still go and say, would you become my customer? You would. You would ask people to become your mortgage customer or buy a house from you if you're a real estate agent. Now let's flip it around. What if your friend, your neighbor, your family member opened up a new business like a pizzeria? Would you support them? Would you? Would you support them? All right, guys. Would you support them? Type it up there. Of course. Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. You would support them. If your friend and family member, someone opened up a new business. Pizzeria, of course. Everybody said yes. What if there was another pizzeria closer to your house? Would you still support your friend? Yes, you would. What if there was another pizza place that was 50 cents cheaper per slice? Your friend is $2.50 and the guy closer to you is $2. Are you still going to go support your friend? I guarantee you will. What if there was a pizzeria that you like to taste better? I still think you're still going to support your friend. Maybe not every time. But you still want to get that calzone or that slice from your favorite place, maybe Branchinelli's or something. But you're still going to go and support your friend, your neighbor who opened up the pizzeria, even though there's a place that you like better. Would you still support them? Yes, you would, guys. You would. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're still going to support your friend because they're your friend, they're your neighbor, they're your family member, they're somebody you know and you like to help people and to support people. So why not ask everyone to support you and your Ambit business? I do. That's why I've sponsored almost 300 people. That's why I've gathered about 800 customers. That's why I'm a national consultant. Because I created something called the do's and don'ts. Probably my first or second week in the business. I know it's on the team's website. It's all over the company. Guys, I tell people, treat this business like a real franchise-like business, and it will work. Even though I spent a minimal investment on Ambit 7 years ago, I treated it like I invested $400,000, like I did my Carvel store. And that's why I'm very successful. Guys, you need to ask everyone you know to support you in your Ambit business. You need to treat your Ambit business like a real business. Be proud of your business, guys. This is your business. This could help change your life and some other people's lives. There is no different than any other kind of business. It's the same thing. Even though you don't have a storefront, even though you don't have an office for this, some of you might. Some of you work out of your house, most of you. But it's no different, guys. You all told me that you would support your friend in their business, even if there was a place that was closer, even if there's a place that was cheaper, even if there's a place that tasted better, you would all still support them. So why not ask everybody you know to support you in your business, guys? You got to go out there and do it. If you want this business to work, you can't be shy, guys. You got to go out there and ask everybody you can to support you. Final tip. I want to start wrapping this up. Guys, this is going to be the golden nugget, the silver bullet, call it whatever you want to call it. This is going to help you gather more customers. This is going to help you recruit more consultants. This is going to help you overall in any part of your life. I promise you this. All right, you ready for this? Become an awesome person in life, guys. Become a better person. Go out there and help more people, guys. Do things to help people. It's not always that you got to help somebody if you're benefiting, if the guy's on your team. I'm only helping somebody on my team. Guys, probably 70% of the work that I do in this business, I don't make a penny off of. I do so much to help people, but I'll be blessed in other ways. It makes me feel good as a person by helping people. Go out there and not just in Ambit, guys. Do more things to help more people in life. It'll make you feel amazing. Do more favors for people. Do whatever you can to help somebody, guys. Don't be a grumpy person. Be a positive. Become a likable person that people like, that people want to be around. Why was it so easy for me? Because I've always been a great person in my life. I do whatever I can to help whoever I can, and I don't think about, oh, well, what am I getting at? I don't think that way, guys. I don't think that's why. That's why I got into Carvel ice cream and I killed it. That's why I got into the mortgage business and I killed it. I never spent a penny in my life on advertising, but yet I made a fortune in the mortgage business. Why? Because I had so many contacts and I did so many favors for people that people wanted to reciprocate and do things back to and help me back. When I needed customers, guys, I got them because I did favors for 1 million people. Support more people's businesses. Support people in any way you can. Guys, donate your time or money or both. Any way you can. Do whatever you could do. Anything you can. I can't tell you how many times a year I give out money to help people in different charities, different organizations, all different things that I do, whatever I can. Anything. My friend's daughter's having an autism awareness thing October 17th. Yes, I'm donating money from my ice cream store. Yes, I got my sister to donate from cutestcookies.com. She's giving a basket and gift certificates. Yes, I got my friend who owns some diners to give gift certificates. Yes, I'm getting my friend who owns a burger joint to donate. My friend asked me for one donation, but yet I'm giving him a pile of donations. Guys, become a better person. Become a connector. What do I mean? My whole life, I've never been in a networking group, but I've always been an amazing, amazing connector, an amazing networker. What do I mean? My ears are always open, guys. God gave us one mouth and 2 ears for a reason. I'm a very, very, very good listener. I'm always listening. Anytime I hear somebody talking about something, I'm paying attention. So if I hear somebody saying, oh, well, I'm thinking about selling my house. What do I'm thinking? Hey, I got a great real estate agent for you. Hey, you should go see my friend Joe. He's been selling real estate for 15 years. He's phenomenal, Mary. I think, Joe would get your house sold right away. He's done some work for me in the past. Let me reach out to Joe and put you guys in contact. I'm connecting Mary to Joe. So now I'm helping out Mary, but I'm also giving Joe a referral. I'm not looking for a handout or a kickback. I don't do that. I'm earning credits because now when I need something from Joe, I'll get it. Otherwise, I'm just helping people. If I ever hear somebody needs an electrician, hey, I got a perfect guy for you. Oh, I need somebody to fix my air conditioning. Oh, I got a great guy for you. Oh, I need to get a new car. Hey, I got a perfect guy. Guys, I refer business to everybody all the time. Guys, do more things for people when nobody is watching. There's so much stuff that I do that nobody knows I even do. Helping people, donating money, charities, giving blood. I do so much stuff, guys. I got O-negative blood, so they're constantly after my blood because my blood is universal. I can give it to anybody. I can only get from O-negative people. So is there any O-negatives out there that can help me in case I need it? But guys, just become an awesome person in life, and you will start to see the difference in you. You're going to feel so much better about yourself. When you're acting better, feeling better, and being more positive, it's going to be a game changer for you guys. You will have so much more positive results in your business, in life, and everything if you feel better and do good things for people, guys. So that's my golden rule. And if you use everything I teach, guys, there's no reason why any one of you in this web room could go out there and become recruiting machines, customer gathering machines, and go out there and become national consultants in this business. You really can. Anybody can do it, guys. Again, when I started this business 7 years ago, I was a quiet, shy person, probably the quietest, shyest person in this web room. And a lot of you don't believe me because now I speak on stage in front of thousands of people, but I was. And I do that. I speak on stage now because I love it. I'm passionate about it. Ambit has helped change my life, and if my story could inspire and help somebody else, that's why I do it. It makes me feel good about it. So just, guys, and again, I was working 110 hours a week. I was working from 4:30 in the morning to midnight. I had 2 kids I never seen. But why do I have the nickname No Excuses by Renee Harris? Because, guys, I don't make excuses. I had every challenge in front of me. I had some people who told me no, it wasn't going to work, but yet I went out there, and I still did it. I fell flat on my face. I failed so many times, but I failed my way to success. So I'm telling you guys, anybody, you can go out there and do it. This video will be on YouTube at some point tomorrow. If you go to ambitenergyleader.com, ambitenergyleader.com, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. You're going to get this video. You'll see all my videos. Go to ambitenergyleader.com. I'll type it up there, www.ambitenergyleader.com. That'll bring you right to my YouTube channel. Now, if you click on subscribe, you have to create a YouTube account first, guys. You're going to create an account with YouTube, give them an email address, that once I upload this video tomorrow, you will get it right away. And any other videos that I create. So as I create, right now I have the video out, ambitenergypromotion.com. I have a 33-minute promotion video that goes over the whole entire, the whole presentation from start to finish. I know it's helping a ton of people, but that's on there as well. And as I put out new videos, new promotion videos, if you subscribe to me, you will get it every single time right away. ambitenergyleader.com. Thanks, guys.